Welcome back to a preview of racing for July 19th, 2025. There will be 10 races on the card. A action-packed race card that could earn punters some decent payout. The feature event is the Big Man in Town Trophy, which will be race number 10. Let's jump into the preview. Race number 1. This race is an interesting race for 4-year-olds and up. Maiden going 5 furlongs straight coming down the stretch. In this event, I've narrowed it down to 5 horses. Number 1, Girlie the Butcher with Tennecia Wolf looking for her first win. Many say that she will have her first win come tomorrow. Girlie the Butcher will have a fighting chance and will be there when it's being decided. Number 3, Sweet Burn. Sweet Burn was injured last time out, injured badly, could have run better, but Bobby Too Bad was disqualified for basically taking Sweet Burn out of the race. Sweet Burn returned and will be coming down the stretch and will be in a better position to win than in that previous race. The car should be able to get this one in the top 3 at least. Number 5, Ballistic Missile with Shane Ellis. Last time out, this one blew the corner if memory serves me right. Coming into this race off the back of 3 runs that didn't impress me, but this one does have a lot of scope to improve and will be coming into this event with the possibility of upsetting this field. Number 8, Valley of Love, continues to flatter to deceive. Last time out, looked all over a winner before the race ran. Good thing races are not run on paper. Came back and finished 3rd. Even though got 2nd in the Stewart room, Lord Espo managed to beat this one and add Valley of Love, add anything in the tank to finish that race. Then this one would have gotten the race in the Stewart room. But that's racing for you. Back to back seconds, 3 seconds in a row, and I'm expecting tomorrow to be 4. Noble Sovereign has been beaten by some better horses. Unlike Valley of Love, who is just joking around, Noble Sovereign beaten by the likes of Another Mission, Gilroy, Monster Vigor, Soul Ace, all better horses than Noble Sovereign. Except for the last run, going around the 5 round, one cannot say that Noble Sovereign has really been favourite to win a race. In this event, I am going to say Noble Sovereign finally gets a feel that it can beat. Not seen much unknown in this race with the exception of Ballistic Missile, the only horse that could potentially trouble this Noble Sovereign. Noble Sovereign ahead of Valley of Love. Then, number 3, Sweet Burn. Number 1, Girlie the Butcher. Ballistic Missile can be anything. Keep this one on the right track. Race number 2. This one in honor, Samantha Fletcher. Going a mile. This one is for native bred trios and 4-year-olds. Non-winners of 4 and imported trios, non-winners of 3. 6 horses entered. An interesting race. Very interesting race. In this event, I have narrowed it down to horse number 3, 4, 5, and 6. Miss Groove comes into this race off the back of finishing 2nd behind of Ride All Day by 9 lengths behind. Now, this one was 5.5 in front of Rags to Riches, and that is a good enough performance for me. In all honesty, Ride All Day is out of class to Miss Groove, so this one didn't lose much mark in defeat, in my opinion. Working well at exercise with the competent apprentice Richie Shake, this one is dangerous. And Roly Mo comes into this event with Radish Roman. And Roly Mo, also behind of Ride All Day last time out, was 7.5 lengths behind, going 5.5 in a respectable time of 108 and 4. That day had Shane Ellis in the saddle, has returned to work consistently at exercise and is fit enough, if good enough. Bowmore, named after a whiskey that they say is smooth. Omar Walker will have the ride. And if Omar Walker can have a smooth ride, this one could be there in the winner's enclosure. Draw a line to the last run against Supernatural Power. This one didn't really have any chance against Supernatural Power. Neither did this one have any chance against Ride All Day. Now returns to a race in which it has chance. Number 6, King Pie is improving. Came off the layoff and had done 5 races so far. Has not looked out of sea in these 5 races, but not seen enough to say that this one will be a winner. In this event, I'm taking number 4, Unruly Mo, to beat number 6, King Pie. Then number 5, Bowmore, and number 3, Miss Groove. Any of these 4 can win. The 8th event is named in honor of Lady Abigail Abel. A good female jockey, if you give her good rides, she will win. Ask It and Run. In this event, I've narrowed it down to Mineola with Shaim Garden for Jason DeCosta. Mineola ran well last time out, coming down the 5 straight. And you know what they say, if you can do well at 5 straight, you can do well at a mile. This one walked out of the gate and with the extension of in journey, fit enough, could be there when this one is being decided. Number 3, Jody's Fun, Tyrese Anderson for Well Suitor. Well Suitor has not won a race since the start of the year. Could be winning on this Jody's Fun horse. But Jody's Fun would need to do some improvement if this one wants to beat the top two. Top 2, Cutout and Miss Brayton, that is where the race lies. Cutout has a lot of argument in his favor. Third run, career run, finished third, 2.5 lengths behind. Was leading coming up to the 5.5 mark and was caught by Rowan Kitty and Duchess, who ran in front to relegate this one to third. Cutout now comes into this event and we'll have a bit more pace on the headline from Miss Brayton, but does have the ability to be able to hold off Miss Brayton and win this one. Miss Brayton, number 5 in this small field, does also possess enough ability to beat this field. This one could set off in front and be hard to beat. Miss Brayton and Cutout is better than the rest, and both of these horses are working well at exercise with competent jockey. This race could go either way, and as such, considering that this race could go either way, I'm going to take the one that is better value for money, Miss Brayton, to beat Cutout. Then, for third, number 2, Mineola, and then for fourth, Jody's Fun. And for those who say I'm not calling out the numbers, race 1, 9, 8, 3, and 1. Race 2, 4, 6, 5, and 3. And race 3, 5, 4, 2, and 3. Race number 7 is named for Andre Powell. They go 7 furlong, 400,000 to 500,000 claimer. Native bred, 6 years and up, non-winners of 2. An interesting event. This one narrowed down to 4 horses. The Soul Warrior can do better, in my opinion. But this is the softest spot it has gotten in quite a while. The figure 8 is now on this one. Let's see what it will do. It took it off last time out. Let's see what this one can do. come tomorrow. Number 6, well, number 4, Muzzle. A lot of people keep writing this horse off and they will have a lot of reason too. This one has not been doing anything to suggest that this one is the child of Saint Cecilia. A huge disappointment, this muzzle. But in a small field, this one will be there and thereabout. Anyway, the race is really between number 5, Tigray Express, and Anonymous. Tigray Express looks like the one to beat. Usually when horses change stable, you have to be careful with them. But this horse has won for Peter John Prasad before, and that is enough for me. And also, this is 500,000 claiming. This horse has won at 1 million, 700,000 claiming, I should say. And eldest own at 1 million claiming. This one has won for the likes of Ryan Darby, Peter John Prasad, and company. So, this Tigray Express is basically a press button horse and should be able to win with jockey Richard Bird, who I believe will be having his second career win if memory serves me correct. Free the Bird, Richard Bird, is on a bicycle. Anonymous, Nicholas Ebert, in this one should be the runner-up. So in this event, number 5, Tigray Express to beat number 6, Anonymous, then number 4, Muzo, then number 3, The Soul Warrior, Small Field, Secret Mission, and Bam Knight out of their depth. Race number 5, there you go, 7 furlong. This is for native bred, 4 years and up, non-owners of 2, and imported 4 years and up. Maiden, the Jockey Guild Trophy. Spraga comes into this one and will have a fighting chance. But I've narrowed it down to 4 horses, really. Buttercup. Buttercup, what can I say about this Buttercup? They say that this one will give Tennessee Wolf its first win. If this one doesn't win, I will not be one blaming Tennessee Wolf, even if this one had Wesley Henry who rode this one prior, or Shaim Gordon who had this one at 1-1, or even Radish Roman who had this one at 6-5. I still wouldn't tip this one to win. Reason being, Buttercup seems to have something against the winning pole, crossing the winning pole first. And also, it seems to me as if this one has not been progressing the way it should be progressing. And while I expect this one to sell about 1-9, I am not sure if this one is a banker or if this one has what it takes to cross the line. But this is a poor field, so Buttercup should be able to beat these. Number 5, Successful Man, last time out, with Radish Roman, finished second 3/4 lengths behind us so late. Now this one has caught the pace of the class, working well at exercise. Successful Man could be unsaddled in the winner's enclosure. In this same event, we see horse number 6, Papi Dan, with Shane Richardson for Greg Fennell. Greg Fennell, horses does do decent, and this Papi Dan coming 7 furlong. One is only carry a race at 7 furlong and will be dangerous if the principals in this race doesn't put their best foot forward. Number 8 is Never, Anthony Allen for Michael Marlowe, working very well at exercise, has been very consistent in recent time. Even though breaking slow last time out, this one managed to pass some tired horses and finished third, 5 1/4 lengths behind of the likes of Cherry Blossom and Military Light. Now this one has been spread out. And prior to this Never has been beaten by some quality horses, Provident, chief dissident, to name a few. This never now drops into a softer spot and is primed to upset these. Anthony Allen will have the ride and will be slipping 2 kilograms. Now, this never comes into this race with an extension in journey from the last time out. Even if this one breaks slow, it will still have the ability, in my opinion, to beat Buttercup. I am taking never, cause I never say never, to beat Buttercup. Then Successful Man and Papi Dan 8, 3, 5, and 6. Race number 6, named in honor of Tennessee Wolf. Go 6 furlong. This one is a wide open event. Heroin will have a fighting chance and will have a lot of backers. This one basically coming down into class and if fit enough could be there when this one is being decided. Last hurrah. Improving at the right time at 7-year-old could be highly dangerous in this one. Stepping up into class, Everett Clunis will slip 4 kilograms, which could make a difference because carrying 126, this one would have had no chance in my books. 6th Avenue let down his backers last time out. None of them are Williams for Oraldo Chin. This one shows up and run when it's want. So this one could actually show up tomorrow and get a lot of ticket torn up. Muscatoon has not lived up to expectation in the last run, but comes back now under the care of Adrian Prince once again. Let's see what Jaime Anderson can do with this Muscatoon. Muscatoon is certainly better than a lot of these in the race and is actually the winningest horse in this event. That must say something. Coming across the winning pole 14 times suggests that you like to win, and this one is highly experienced at that as well. So Muscatoon will be one that you cannot write off. Number 9, General Chief. I've been a source of disappointment. Ian Spence gets the ride for Spencer Chung, carrying 126 pounds. Basically, handicapped out of this race against other horses who is of similar quality. But General Chief does have the ability to beat these. Number 10, Last Dance, British Shakes, will be coming into this event with a lot of chance. Broke slow last time out, beaten by Dodges Link, who was primed for that race, and Ahmad Ali, who was highly whispered. This Last Dance last time out lost no marking defeat, losing against better horses. There's no Dodges Link around, and that would suggest that Last Dance, if it can replicate that performance last time out, can be in the winner's enclosure. Number 12, Great Trick, Shane Ellis for Oral Aiden. Shane Ellis, race number 6. Would it be Deja Vu? Last week, I tipped him to win on Sir John in race number 6. I think Sir John ran last. I don't know. I stopped watching the race 3/4 way. Anyway, Great Trick comes into this event. Has been running some decent races. Now, this one drops down into class on the 8th of June, finished third, 6.5 lengths behind of Let Him Fly and Wilson. If Let Him Fly and Wilson were in this race, those horses would have been bonkers. Now, Great Trick working okay at exercise comes into this race, basically running against horses that Great Trick is better than right now. Only probably in back class could you say the likes of a Muscatoon would be above this one. Anyway, in this wide open event, I'm going to go with Great Trick to beat Last Dance, then Muscatoon, then General Chief, 12, 10, 6, and 9. We come to race number 7. This one, a small field of 6 horses named in honor of Lady Natalie Berger. They go a distance of a mile. Captain Sparrow is expected to sell favorite, but will he win? Radish Roman, hunting Trevor Simpson record, will have a glorious opportunity on a fit horse who has been doing decent in recent time. Only one horse in this field, though I believe, has the potential to beat this horse, or the ability, I should say. But let's see how this one plays out. Mac and Rome comes into this race with a decent level of fitness, draw a line through the last run, where this one was beaten in a race with Gervano and company. Mac and Rome is expected to do way better than that last run. Brenda Boy, my idea of the winner. Brenda Boy has been running consistently over half of our races, has been in the top 3 half of our races. Now, last time out, this one went off at 4 to 5, was 13 lengths behind of Provident. Draw a line through that run, draw another line through that run, and draw another line through that run. Disregard that run. This Brenda Boy, under the care of Jason DeCosta, is coming for this one, working well at exercise, and has the ability to win this one. Only Captain Sparrow stands in its way. The General, my idea of an upsetter, the General won at 10 to 1 on the 29th of June, stepped up into class, and held its own against out-of-class horses like Floridina and Zulu Warrior. Holding your own against Floridina and Zulu Warrior would suggest that the General has basically caught the pace of this class. And even when the General was a maiden, which was earlier this year, if memory serves me right, I kept saying that once the General goes up into class, the General would be consistent up in class because it was showing the ability that it does have the usefulness, showing sign that it does have the usefulness. The General, my outsider of the day, and the one I'm tipping to be fourth in this event. In this event, I take number 4, Brenda Boy, to beat number 1, Captain Sparrow, then number 3, Mac and Rome, and then number 5, the General, my outsider of the day, 4, 1, 3, and 5. We come to race number 8, named in honor of Joy Ains, Lady Joy Ains, 5.5 furlong. Lady Joy Ains, 1 win so far in her career, if memory serves me right. I have poor memory. Coming down the straight. Anyway, Anthony Allen, awesome Anthony, is expected to do well in this event with Wesley Henry. Not impressed though with his workouts, but it's getting there and could be winning in this group soon if it's not claimed. Brampton Alex does seem to be the one that will have the most chance against the overwhelming favorite, Jordan Rain. Brampton Alex has gotten a new engine, it seems, and has been doing well in claiming races in recent time for Philip Lee. This one won in a time of 1:15, beating Whiskey, which is a good time for 700,000 claimer. Whiskey has came back to win 2 races since then. That alone should show you that Brampton Alex is not playing around. Brampton Alex also beat Prince Aman went up to overnight and has held his own not once, but on multiple occasions. Richie Shake is in the saddle. This Brampton Alex will be light and is prime for an upset. You have been warned. Press conference comes into this event. Clive Lynch has enough ability and enough back class to do a lot of damage here. Keep your eyes out on press conference. The general does have some ability and must be kept on the right side. Jordan Rain comes into this event with the biggest reputation. Radish Roman for Peter John Passad, 8 wins from 21 career starts. But in recent time has returned and hasn't really looked like the real Jordan Rain. Last 2 races before the layoff was poor races behind of Is That a Fact and Company and Bootylicious and Company. Came back and was behind of the likes of Inspired Force and Company, Kokomo and Company. Now, in this event, Jordan Rain going 5.5 furlong is working well at exercise and is fit enough, if good enough. This race is a 2-horse race. It basically comes down to Richie Shakes versus Radish Roman when all things are considered. And if you want to look at it this way, Brampton Alex is beating Prince Aman, and Prince Aman is beating Jordan Reid. But the weight difference on Brampton Alex could make a world of difference. And Brampton Alex is my second outsider of the day. I am tipping though Jordan Rain based on experience and ability just over Brampton Alex. Wouldn't be surprised though if Brampton Alex were to win at a good price. Then number 3 press conference and number 1 Awesome Anthony 6, 2, 3 and 1. We come to the penultimate race and this one is going 9.5 and it's a Terry Motor Trophy. This one, see Midnight Runner coming into this race, stepping up into class. Radish Roman kept the ride. That is sign, a good sign, in my opinion. Midnight Runner is coming to run. Bob the Builder seems to be better than these. Looking for a second win with Greg Fennell, Shane Ellis will have the mount. Bob the Builder should win. But once again, I'm going to say I've seen stranger things happen in horse racing. Roaring Kitty, Emilia McLean for Ian Passard comes into this event with a lot of chance. And Roaring Kitty will be there when it's all been decided. Roaring Kitty is improving at the right time and is getting better and better with each races. Coming from the high power barn of Ian Passard, let's see what Roaring Kitty can do with this one. Star Quest, one last time out for Jason DeCosta. Might have to pace due, but let's see what it will do. And in this event, my Eclipse was highly fancied last time out, sent off to the tune of Even Money, but was beaten out of sight by an airplane and nuclear jet. 17 lengths behind. Draw a line through that one. My Eclipse can do damage here. Number 8, Benison. Stepped up in class. Well, stepped up to the St. Ledger, I should say, and was beaten out of sight. Now, Benison, back amongst his peer, will have a fighting chance. Uncle Baba must not be underestimated. In this event, I'm taking number 2, Bob the Builder, to beat horse number 8, Benison. Then, horse number 3, Roaring Kitty, and horse number 1, the Midnight Runner. We come to race number 10, the Big Man in Town Trophy. They go a mile. And in this event, the big man in town is Ride All Day, said to be of high quality, and has carried itself as one that is of high quality. I've said it already, and I said it again. I am impressed with this batch of imported trios, Ride All Day, Gervano, and Company, Supernatural Power when it's fit, and Joe, Incredible Joe when it's fit. These batch of trios, importees, must be kept on the right side. Anyway, this race is basically a two-horse race, but there are other horses that has chance to upset. Unlikely, but other horses has chance to upset. Mamma Mia could set off in front and slip the field, working well. At exercise, Eric Orton will get the right for Jason DeCosta, draw a line through the last two runs for Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia, one of two that has chance to upset the top two. Main Mistress has been a model of consistency. 6 runs, 3 wins, 1 second, 2 third. Consistent animal, carrying 116 pounds, will once again be in the top three, working very well at exercise, and now comes up against an overnight allowance field that is not the greatest quality. Rainsville could be there or thereabout in the exotic, but for me, and of course number 7, the Ed Cornerstone with Radish Roman, could also be there or thereabout in the exotic. But for me, the top two seems to be decided already. Number 1, Ride All Day will start as favorite for many people and is expected to beat Gervana out of sight for many people, but I don't think that is the case. Ride All Day, working well at exercise, will be carrying 118 pounds and will be coming into this race off the back of a 9 lengths victory over Miss Groove. Ride All Day seems to be getting better and better with each run, and this race is the third run off the layoff and should be Ride All Day's best run. Ian Spence will have the ride against a Ride All Day horse that looks to be going places. Gervana, though, must not be underestimated. How can you underestimate a racehorse that has run 8 times, 4 wins, 3 seconds, and 1 third, even though 2 of those wins came in the winner's enclosure? But as I said before about Gervano, it is better to be lucky than to be great. Gervano, working with Fun Can Done, who is also a horse that is consistently in the top three in his races. Fun Can Done came out of nowhere to win the Mute Mile last time out. This Gervano does have a lot of quality. In this event, I am going to tip Gervano just ahead of Ride All Day. But based on the ability of Ride All Day and the reputation, I wouldn't be surprised if Ride All Day beat Gervano out of sight. But Gervano is not a horse to be underestimated either. Gervano just ahead of Ride All Day. In this event, I take 2, then 1, then 10, then 6. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of a racing preview. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Peace out for now.